Hi, Adrienne here. In this video, I would like to show you how you can blur the background of a photo. To do this, we will first select the model on the photo and remove her from the background. She will be on a new layer, and then I will fill out with content aware fill the background where she was, her shape was, and then we will blur the background and make some other adjustments to make the photo pretty. Well, let's start. First, double click on the background layer to make it a normal editable layer, and then I am going to right click and duplicate it, choosing duplicate layer, and I am going to click Ctrl G to put it into a group. Now we will need this because in this group will be all the changes we make. So whenever I toggle this eye, you will see the changes. You will see how the starting point look like and how the changes look like. And this is the original. So first of all, let's select the girl on the photo. To do this, I'm going to choose select and here select and mask. Now to view this in red, choose view mode and overlay. This way you will be able to see the selection better. To select her first, choose the first brush and increase the brush size to your fitting, and then start selecting your model. I am now going to zoom in a bit and do the detail work of the selection. That was too much. If you want to subtract from the selection, choose this minus icon here and click, so that way you can remove from the selection. To refine the selection, choose the second brush here. This is the refine edge brush. But first, let's use the magnifying glass to zoom in a bit to see the details, and now choose the second brush. And now I am clicking with the left mouse button and holding it while doing the selection work to refine the edges. Once you feel that your work is done, but let's remove this here first. Like that. Oops. That was too much. I am not doing a proper job here because I would like to show you the background blur effect. So I am quickly finishing the selection here. So once you are done refining the edges, here choose Output to New Layer with Layer Mask. This will create a new layer with a layer mask, and this will result in that only the model of the picture will remain on the layer visible. Click OK, and if I turn this off, you can see that she has been selected. Now I can remove this by clicking on the mask using the brush icon, and because this is too much here, and painting with black, I can remove this. Okay, now I am now going to hide her first of all, and here on this layer, this is going to be your background layer. And I am now going to select her again using the polygonal lasso this time. And I am selecting her, but with a bit of an edge, because this will be the area that we are going to fill in with content aware filling. This way we will hide her, remove her from the background. This is important because otherwise, if we blur the picture, the background, she will be blurred and it would make a weird effect that we don't want. So let's just select her outline, close the selection here, and now let's go to Edit and Content Aware Fill, and let's see what result we will get. It's not the best. It's not the best. Let's try this again. I will remove, I don't want so much trees here, so I am going to remove from this area. This is where Photoshop selects the material to use for the content aware fill. Now that looks a lot better. It's not perfect, and it doesn't need to be perfect at all, actually. Okay, if you feel fine with the result, just click OK and deselect it by Ctrl D. And what I would like to do is merge the two layers here. I am selecting both layers, holding Ctrl and clicking with the left mouse button, then right click on the layers and here choose merge layers. And now let's blur this background. To blur the background, choose filter and here blur gallery and here choose tilt shift. And with tilt shift what you can do is first of all you can see some lines here. This will tell Photoshop where first the image is the sharpest and how the blur goes stronger as we move further away. We can move the center of the blur by moving this circle here. You can click with the left mouse button and drag it to the place you want to now. Now the effect I would like to get is to blur the image at the top the most and the less at the bottom. That's why I'm moving down here. To adjust the blur, you can use this wheel here. The less here the circle is, then the less the blur is. If you raise this up, the more blur you will get, as you can see. So choose the amount you want. And you can see here that here is no blur, here is less blur, and here is the most blur. That's why these lines are important, because you can adjust how the blur is happening. You see the difference? You can play with this. And I would like to add some bokeh effect. To do that, here choose this slide bokeh and move the slider up, and the bokeh effect appears. I think this is fine. If you are finished with the blur settings, just click OK here at the top and wait for Photoshop to do the job for you. And now enable the curve, and this is how it looks like. So here is the before and after. Now let's add some adjustment layers to finish this. First I am going to adjustments, and here I am going to choose hue saturation, and this will be applied only on the background itself and not the girl, because the layer of the girl is above the background layer. Here I am going to move the saturation up because I would like to bring in some color, more color. And next, let's add the curves here and right click, and here choose create clipping mask. This will make this layer only to be applied on the layer of the girl. And I would like to lighten her a bit up. So I am going to move this up like this. And I am going to add as a last step some warming filter here at the photo filter. And let's move this a bit up. This way it's going to be a bit more warmer. And now let's see. This was the starting point, the before, and here is the after, the result that we have just made. So this is how easy it is to blur a background. These were the steps. So I have selected her, removed the model from the background, then use the content aware field to fill the gap, and then I blurred the background and I did some adjustments to make the photo a bit more nicer looking and more professional looking. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful to you, and have a nice day and see you in the next video. Bye bye.